For more than 7 decades, China has charted its own path of development through a unique system of 5-year plans. The newest 5-year plan seeks to harness the momentum of a new technological and industrial revolution, advancing science-tech self-reliance and the ability to innovate independently in critical sectors. At the center lies a new concept that China introduced in 2023. New quality productive forces. It's innovative-led, driven by breakthrough technologies and emerging industries. This concept breaks away from traditional models and has become a key driver of high-quality development.
But what does this newness truly mean for productivity, for industries, and for the future of our economy?
To begin this journey of understanding China's new quality productive forces, I'm joined by Professor杨釗, an economist from Peking University who specializes in innovation theory.
There's one terminology I think that can help explain why we need this terminology called new quality productive forces. That's called creative destruction.
In classical theories of innovation, creative destruction is seen as the core engine of economic progress. 8 decades later, this idea has found new life and new meaning in China. In advancing its new quality productive forces, China places innovation at the center, harnessing disruptive and frontier technologies to create new industries, new models, and new drivers of growth. Today in China, we are witnessing aspirations into actions.
我们现在车间的机器人有500多台，自动化率能达到100%，就是由于这种高自动化，所以目前我们能做到是一个黑灯的一个生产。
The lights are off, yet the entire plant is alive, filled with the motion of robotic arms. But as Professor Zhang reminds me, these machines themselves aren't the true innovation. The real disruption lies in what they're creating: electric vehicles. A new generations of cars that's rewriting the global auto industry, overturning a century of Western dominance.
Right, we already know how to make gasoline cars, but if we do this over and over to the extreme, then it actually becomes very difficult for us to actually find the new ways and technology paths. So what we observe here now is actually some of them are disruptive, so they actually fundamentally would change or even disrupt an existing industry or product type.
By focusing on EV, China has managed to bypass the old gasoline-based technology path, and in 2024, it became the world's largest car exporter.
电车呢，它从技术上它有做底板的一个平台化，也就是说，这从车身的一个性能上和架构上和它响应上，它都会比燃油车有一定的优势。也就是我们认识到，觉得它确实是一条弯道。
But China isn't stopping at building electric cars. The robotic arms in this dark factory are already waiting for their next leap forward, when a new intelligence is taking shape.
现在在教这台机器人如何去完成一个工作任务。
Dong is the co-founder of a Shenzhen-based humanoid robot company. Powered by artificial intelligence, robots don't just follow commands, they perceive. Every movement, every gesture is a conversation with the real world.
当前界面展示的就是我们利用这个人工智能技术，还有我们这个超强的这个算力，我们可以把成千上万个机器人的模型放在仿真世界里，让它去自主迭代去学习。那么这样的话，机器人就能自主的学会如何在一些平整的路面下呀，或者是一些上下楼梯呀、石子路上去做这个稳定的行走功能。
Back in the car factory, traditional robotic arms still rely on humans' pre-programmed instructions. But a robot powered by AI can think and adapt for itself. It decides how to build a car, not by following preset codes.
What we observe here is what we call workflow, right? The workflow is one type of work followed by another. But then in the future, one humanoid robot can actually understand what to do step by step and they're combining the steps intelligently on their own, then we don't need so many arms or stations anymore. One station can achieve the jobs of one production line.
I think same things will happen in our daily life. And given that the cost curve of moving very fast and it continues to drop, I think almost 30% every year, then I think every household is going to have a humanoid robot as we have smartphone.
In fact, more and more humanoid robots are now making their way into factories across China, even for just test trials. This is the living image of new quality productive forces. At the same time, new quality productive forces do not mean abandoning traditional industries. On the contrary, their vitality often comes from deeply transforming them.
When you are engaging in trying out disruptive technology, you don't have to destroy everything and give up everything that you have done before. You should try it out and change your mindset completely.
We're heading to one of humanity's oldest trades, construction, one of the world's biggest carbon emitters, responsible for over 1/3 of energy-related CO2. Change is urgently needed. In Chengdu, southwest China, stands the city's first near-zero energy office building. Its energy consumption is less than 1/3 of a typical building. Use of solar panels and smart devices contribute, but the real breakthrough is how it is built.
我们的建造的过程，我们的装配式建筑工业化生产的这种方式，把这些更多的交到工厂里头，来做。那么工厂里头它集中生产、标准化生产，那它的碳排放一定会比零敲碎打的这种小的工地上头的这些碳排放会更低。
In Zhuhai, this new method called modular construction is replacing centuries of on-site labor with manufacturing inside factories. On those assembly lines are houses. They're all put together and lined up, waited to be assembled. A bathroom walks around, and stairs fly above your head. Inside a real-life version of Hogwarts. It looks crazy.
In a factory, building an apartment is pretty much like building a car. And we start with chassis, or the underneath part of building blocks, which is filled with pipes and ducts for plumbing and electrical works. And by the end of this process, it goes out of a door and it's a fully formed apartment. Just like Legos, that you can put them together to form a completed building.
It's not just what can be prefabricated into a module. Innovation can buy them more time and less emission.
装配率的建筑一定是要有足够的标准化率，它才能够真正的节能，才能够真正的发挥它的这个优势。所以你看，尽管它的外观看起来还是很丰富的，对吧？但是它背后是标准化设计的，标准化那它一定也是意味着节约的。
I think what's important is that you have to have a vision, and that vision is led or given by new quality productive forces. Take that construction, the MIC technology that we have seen. That's a great example of setting green building or carbon neutrality as a goal. Right? Once we have that goal and vision clear, then we can actually start making our plans and strategies accordingly.
Old industries are learning new languages of data, automation, and sustainability. But new quality productive forces doesn't stop at transformation. It's also given rise to industries that never existed before.
Oh, that's our drone.
This is a popular day for ordering coffee.
That's right.
In Shenzhen, this is how your coffee arrives, straight from the sky. By June 2025, this delivery company had already opened 64 air routes, completing more than 600,000 orders. And this is just one glimpse of China's fast-rising, low-altitude economy.
Just put the 4 digits.
Check it out.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is the world's first and China's only passenger eVTOL certified with all 3 key licenses. And today, even for someone like me who can't fly the plane, All it takes is stepping inside to experience the future taxi.
那我先来。You don't have to take any flight lessons. You don't have to get your license. And this is how the Chinese engineer imagined about the future of transportation.
这个低空经济呢，是这个国家的战略性的新兴产业，是这个新质生产力的典型代表，将会引导着我们从这个经济的形态和一些变革，包括未来到产业到消费，其实它是一个深化改革的这样一个体系。
In 2024, China set up a new department under the NDRC, the country's top economic planner, turning futuristic experiments into a coordinated national agenda.
Low altitude economy is the creative side of a new quality productive force. The interesting part is regional development and the disparity going to be resolved by this low altitude economy as well. Because in low altitude, there's no restriction about the location of a geographic location of the cities or people. So all the inland and the coastal city can participate in this new economy.
Data shows that by 2024, more than 50,000 enterprises across China were already engaged in low-altitude operations, with a total market scale exceeding 670 billion yuan, and is projected to surpass 1 trillion yuan by 2026. As President Xi Jinping put it, the new quality productive forces are primarily driven by innovation and a break free from traditional economic growth models and a productivity development path. They are advanced productivity to drive high-quality growth that is innovative, coordinated, green, open, and shared.
For China and the rest of the world to work together is very important. So I think China is taking a first step to try out how disruptive technologies can be better engaged with the existing economic structure. I think we all should work together to surpass this current limit of economic efficiency.
In today's world, humanity faces shared challenges, from climate change to food and energy security. China believes technological progress is no longer the pursuit of a single nation. It is a global challenge, a defining task of our time. Only through openness and cooperation can we find the right path forward. In the town of Cataract in southern France stands one of humanity's most ambitious experiments, ITER, the artificial sun. Once complete, it could provide the world with nearly limitless clean energy. But the challenge is far beyond the reach of any single nation. ITER is the largest scientific collaboration in human history.
亚洲有4个国家，中国、日本、韩国、印度，然后欧洲呢是所有的欧盟成员，另外还有美国和俄罗斯，一共是7方。目标呢是建一个50万千瓦的这个聚变功率的一个反应堆。
China is making steady breakthroughs in nuclear fusion technology. In 2025, it set a new world record, sustaining a high-quality plasma burn at 100 million degrees Celsius for 1,000 seconds. These breakthroughs, together with wisdom from around the world, are helping to refine the final design of the ITER project. At the same time, China's unmatched engineering capacity is helping bring ITER closer to the long-sought holy grail of clean energy. Across the world, and even in the frontiers of space, China contributes not only its technology and talents, but also its vision of openness, co-creation, and shared progress. It's the spirit that gives new quality productive forces their deepest meaning and their enduring vitality.
So my understanding is that the new quality productive forces is a much broader concept than just simple technological innovations. It needs to come with the innovations and the building of the better infrastructure, and then like the proper governance mechanism to build up the right ecosystem to lead these innovations into high quality development.
The revolution in productivity is ultimately a story about people, about how humanity uses imagination and innovation to reshape its future. In this new age of intelligence industries and shared innovation, China's new quality productive forces are more than a national strategy. They are part of a global effort to build a smarter, greener, and a more inclusive world.